Yeah, there's Dromons, there's galleys. I don't think we're going to be able to push into Byzantium north of the Danube. It's going to be our natural barrier. Never mind. For now, we're just taking what we can. Yeah. Oh, double Dromon attack. This is bad. This is a bad area for me. I don't want to be sending my troops to try and defeat Dromons in the open sea. Not while Scythia is doing such a good job of attacking without actually getting in the way of the river. I mean, I'm going to leave that to them, I think. Well, speaking of, hello, Hungary. Nice to meet you. I want to meet what's going on over here. Buddha. Ah, yeah, look, the river goes all the way around. It's so cool. Eventually, I'll be able to send my unique boats down there. That'll be quite fun. Just on raiding missions. I haven't forgotten. Oh, the Barbary Corsair is so good. That's what we're looking forward to. Kill that quadrireme. Good. These barbs are being pegged back, but honestly, the barbarians on this map, just tough. Doing some good damage to Byzantium, mate. I think I might take this city. Maybe we'll take this one and then peace out and go for Macedon. I don't know right now. We'll see. There's a lot of different ideas that we could run on at the moment. One thing that would be useful is a second missionary just to keep spreading my religion whilst we are at war. The first temple has been constructed. Excellent. Up to 58 faith per turn. We've got more temples on the way. It's more food. It's more housing. It's more beautiful stuff. We're just building. We're building as fast as we can. Got this just old, lovely little warrior rush taking the city. There's feudalism boosted. Oh, it's all good. All so good. Right. This missionary now can come round and start to attack this city. In fact, actually, I'm just going to move my troops around a little bit because we're going to need something powerful to attack this city. Just got minus 12. It depends on whether or not Byzantium's going to go golden or not this time around. Let's have a quick look and see what we think. 40 era score. I reckon they probably will go golden. Difficult to say for certainty because of the way the game is a little bit more responsive than you'd think to setting era score limits. So depending on how many golden ages and how many dark ages you've had before, you may have more or less era score that you need to get to your target. So, who really knows what's going on? But if they go normal or dark, they will lose that city, which would be quite entertaining. As discussed though, I'm going to move my Grand Vizier over to my new city. This will give it much better range. It takes 3 turns to establish, and I lose a little bit of golden production whilst that's happening, but look at that range. That's so much better. Dido has rapidly decided that they don't like me, but it's okay. It's okay. We've got enough people that will be my friends for some time. All of them, unfortunately, are people on my conquer list, but that's okay. We won't worry about that. Did you notice, though, all of my cities are now getting 20% bonus production from my warlord's throne? Isn't that lovely? Ah, just as long as we take a city every 5 turns or so, should be fine. How hard could it be? How hard could it be? Oh, these barbs are annoying. Let's see, how lucky are we going to get with Byzantium? Are they going to just lose their cities to loyalty? Or are we going to have to chase them into the ground? Where are they? Normal age. Excellent. Oh, isn't that good? Macedon is normal. Greece is Dark Age. Interesting. I don't mind that at all. I really don't mind that at all. So what I'm going to do now is go Monumentality again. My faith is going to be basically reserved for settlers until the point that I can get Janissaries. At that point, then I'm going to switch over to that one. But Monumentality for now just means that I can keep buying builders in cities like this one and start working things like iron really, really fast. It also means I can spawn builders really cheaply along my conquered route, which in itself is quite handy as well. Come on, convert the city over. Bam! Another 3 era score. Got quite a lot to get this era, 109, so we need to get our conquering on. So we're just about to unlock our universities. That's very tempting. Oh, alchemical societies. Let me show you how much better alchemical societies are. Universities give 1 housing, 4 science, and 1 scientist point. It's okay, it's fine. 4 science is exactly the same. 1 housing, exactly the same. 1 scientist point, exactly the same. But I also get 2 production, an engineer point, and a merchant point, and gold equal to the adjacency bonus of the campus, which is just about to get rather silly because I'm taking urban planning out and putting natural philosophy in for another 12 science per turn, up to 63 now. So yes, I am absolutely going to get adept rapidly. It's too good to miss out on, and the Alchemical Society, well, that's going to start generating a lot of gold and engineering points, merchant points, extra things that we can just rely on just to keep my empire ticking along at home. It's very fun. You remember these tall extension buildings? This is all the CYP Wide and Tall mod. It's a mod that boosts nations options considerably if they've got 7 cities or less. Now, we've gone above that. This mod is giving me nothing. But what I'm hoping is that now we're in the medieval era, some of the smaller AIs that really haven't managed to expand very much, like your Persias with only 5 cities, we should start to see some really big bonuses being piled onto them now. I'm hoping when we get over to Europe, we'll see some really, really good European civs. I don't know if it's going to work. It may not be enough. You know, you may need to boost the AI way more than we're currently planning on boosting them, but for now, it's good. I could spend some time going for frigates, which I think would be really handy, but my unique boat, I think, is going to do a lot of that work for me. So instead, I'm going to go towards unlocking gunpowder as fast as I can. As you can see, it's only 3 techs needed to do that one, which is pretty good. But I am going to stop off very briefly at machinery, and then hopefully we'll find an aqueduct soon as well. What's happening with the World Congress, you ask? No one's entirely sure. I would like to trade with city-states, though, and scientific city-states are even better. And who's got a lot of voting power? Hungary? Does Hungary have their own religion? Normally they do. No. Poland does, Arabia, Georgia, Phoenicia. Looks like Phoenicia might be the best at that one, so let's vote for their religion. Not really going diplomatic today. We are just, you know, playing our own game. Judaism, scientific. Oh, saying that though, we have just got 2 points. So look at that. Excellent stuff. 2 from 2. Given that I now have 12 cities following my religion, I think it's time we start to improve it as well. A little bit of faith is going to go into improving my religion first. As you may notice, there are a lot of things that are distracting me from the sense of like, oh, I want to just do this before I do, you know, something else. It's tough. We want everything. We do truly want everything. You know what, Byzantium, I'm not going to claim that city. It's too far away. It's too rubbish. This city, it is also rubbish, but it's close to me, and that's what matters. Now, with 1 turn off my Grand Vizier being in place, but already my man-at-arms is attacking with 58 strength. That'll be 68 next turn. There we go, 68 strength now. Bam, that's an pretty much unupgraded man-at-arms. Wow, that's so powerful. What, spare luxury? First time I've had one of these in a while. Oh, that's a lot of gold. Yes. Oh, well, give me 1 Diplo favor. I don't think that'll even see the light of day, seeing as I'm losing 3 per turn. Better sell this one very quickly as well. Evangelize belief. I'd like to pick one of these per city options first. This is what I need to do. And I've got 12 cities following my religion already. So I could go to the dentist and get 36 gold per turn. Now, the advantage is to getting gold. Obviously, you can gold purchase anything in any city, buildings, units. You can use it for upgrades. You can use it for trading. It's very versatile. However, you only get 3, whereas with pilgrimage, you get 2, which is effectively 4 because faith is twice as valuable as gold. A little bit more specific though. I can use it on monumentality, and I can use it for Grandmaster's Chapel as well as spreading my own religion. Spreading Crusade is really important, and the Grandmaster's Chapel is going to be coming within this era. So Pilgrimage is what I'm going to go for today. We've already got 24 more faith per turn. It's a huge boost. Makes my religion very effective indeed. God, these Barbs are incessant. They're just appearing everywhere continually, every turn. It's like, please leave me alone. It's all good. It's all good. We have another governor title, and there are some options that I'd like to consider. We've never really used Cardinal, and this would actually be quite a useful one. +1 faith in cities. Now, I've got 12 cities following my religion, or 11. 10? No, 10. 10 cities following my religion. That would give me 10 faith per turn, and it would give me 10 culture per turn, which is almost 50% more, and an immunity in every city. That's really handy. I'm actually going to pick that up. Now, the other option I was thinking about was opening up General. This would give me 2 melee class units in my capital, which would be 2-3 man-at-arms, which is very powerful. And we could go for military units, gain combat strength. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff. I won't lie. We could go any of these options and maybe really, really good for us. I'd also quite like the Spy at some point as well, the Spy Master. Might take a little bit of time to establish themselves as being useful though. Let's go Cardinal. It's just something a bit different. We haven't done this yet. So yeah, huge amount of extra faith and a massive chunk of culture per turn. That really helps me to just get my stats up a little bit. Feudalism, help me get better builders. This man-at-arms can just destroy this city for me. Thank you so much. And I will take peace with you now. Oh, they don't want peace. Oh, grumpy Byzantium. Dear oh dear. All right, well, I'll be honest, I don't really mind. But I am now going after Macedon. I think Macedon's the next logical option for me. 7 cities, 30 population. That would, 50% more population in my land. A lot of science as well, which means they're getting campuses. We can actually check that. Yeah, 6 scientist points per turn. They are focusing on campuses nicely. Don't think they have any. No, they haven't got any encampments. That's a weird Macedon build. Sure, I'm not going to complain. That sounds good to me. A +4 campus, you say? Oh, go on then. As my holy sites get put down, it gives the foundation, because each city has 2 food from my pioneer, and then 3 food from the temple, 3 food from the shrine, 8 food per turn. It just means the cities are growing really quick, and once the holy site is finished, the industry in the city is really very effective. Quick, sneaky little trick. Macedon, still at war with Gorgo, who is friendly to me. Can I join in with your war? I mean, you don't have to give me anything. I will just join your war. Oh, pay them. Why do I have to pay you? Gets me on a formal war. That's the main advantage to doing it this way. Yeah, okay, it's worth about 140 gold, but this avoids the whole problem with grievances and declaring a surprise war, because now I'm just in on the war. I've just joined in on the side of somebody already fighting. Again, just going to go through everyone on the map again and check. Anyone want to get in on this war? You know you do. My units are well and truly on the borders with Macedon right now. This should be very, very fun. They have a large army, but I'm the one with the navy, and Greece has already destroyed their navy, so yeah, we've got some good opportunities to attack it. Caesar, hello, it's Caesar Rome. How are you doing? Actually, not too badly, you know? So normally I say we want 100 science by turn 100 when we're going for quite a sciencey start. I'm going to say that we want a little bit more by turn 101, because looking at my campuses, they're all going to finish on turn 101, which is really annoying, because I really do want there to be a turn 100 comparison, but alas, I don't think the game is going to give me one of those. Never mind. This is a good excuse to get my catapults leveled up. We're not going to do a huge amount of damage against these units, but hey, it just means that my man-at-arms has a way in, which is a great thing. Pella has 50 strength. Okay. That is more than I thought it would be. Never mind. Why is that quite that strong? I don't know why that's quite that strong. It's very strong. A very, very powerful unit, that one. Tell you what, Babylon is having one of the worst games I've seen in a long time. Normally they're so far out ahead, but I've got 22 techs. They've got 14. What's going on, Babylon? Mental. This swordsman actually can just hold ground and really farm experience. It's got a good tile where it's going to heal itself nicely, which is brilliant. Do you need some war equipment? Let's get myself the battering ram. Oh no, we've already made it obsolete. It's a siege tower now, which is good because Pella does have medieval walls. Okay, yeah, you know I did that for a reason. Cough. Try again. There you go. Perfect. Sort a few things. We've now got all the materials we need to make this work. The man-at-arms is looking mighty tasty. The swordsman is just going to hold ground whilst the reinforcements arrive. My catapults aren't going to do a huge amount of damage right now without Crusading doing a lot for me. So we'll try and bring this in now. How likely is my religion going to spread in 2 charges? Not very likely. I'm still putting new cities down though, which is exciting. Yay, Izmir. Now, is that religion going to spread to me naturally? No, Hattusa's getting in the way there. It's a little unfortunate. It means I'm going to have to send a missionary over, but that's not the worst thing in the world, to be honest. That's +3 holy site. Don't mind if I do. Feudalism. More builder charges. I've realized I'm in the wrong government to make that work, aren't I? Okay, well, we did it for future builder charges. We did it to unlock the Barbary Corsa. That's what we did. That's clearly what we did. Okay, we'll get our unique boat out and then I'll be much happier about things. Oh, and also the governor. Excellent. Double whammy. My first alchemical society is running. A little bit more production in my capital, but more importantly, I'm now getting 14 gold per turn just from that one building. Pretty good. Oh, I've discovered another city-state because it's declared war on me, and it's Valletta. Oh, I tell you what, Valletta. It's one of my favorites, especially because I tend to play very faith-heavy. Oh, praying in walls and monuments. It's going to be a lot of need for my faith. I bet you can see why I went for pilgrimage now, just to look into this sort of thing. Oh, Hungary, do you like me now? Oh yeah, because I've levied someone. Okay, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Do I have any good trade routes available to me at all? Not really. Ugh. my capital can barely trade at all, actually, which is, yeah, it's got no international routes, but it can do. What's the best thing for me to do? Get the gold or get the internal routes and roads? You know what? There's a part of me that says that railroads will fix all of my problems. So am I instead going to start trading with Argos, which gives me a production and 12 gold. Although all of the trade routes to Hattusa, they would all give me 3 science. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. I'll trade with Hattusa. Let's do that instead. I like the science. Whilst the World's Congress has given me that, it's got 23 turns more of that. Yep, that's good. 87 science on turn 100. Like I say, just give it a turn. Give it a turn. Judge me on turn 101. Or did we get any niter? Niter is so important. There's one source of it. Is that all we've got? No, there is some there. Oh, I could use 5 sources. Sounds greedy. Well, there is 5 sources that I found, but that would give me a Janissary every turn. One over by Pella, one that I've conquered, one that's right in the middle of all of my cities, one that is Gilgabros, and one that is Scythias. Okay, we've got to keep an eye out for more niter, but that's good. We've at least got one source that we can get. I'm immediately going to get that from a builder. And in this city, exactly the same. I know my faith should be being used on settlers, but that's too important. Oh, after all of that, my catapult can't even reach. It can't even reach the tile I wanted to attack. That's a bit annoying. Go on, Pellet. Just worship my religion, please. It's so good. You'll love it. We've got all the parties, got all the ceremonies. Some would even call it not a cult. And that's brilliant. It is instead a cult. Just totally different and totally legit. There we go. What did I say? Turn 101, 100 science. It totally counts. I won't have it. It's beautiful and wonderful. Byzantium, can we not have peace yet? Come on. I don't want to have to go all the way over there and take your city. Because I will. It'll be really annoying. Don't make me do it. Actually, I say that. 103 science per turn. No, it totally counts them. Okay, I have trebuchets now. These are a little more powerful than catapults. The catapults were, I will admit, pretty useless. Oh, my religion hasn't quite spread as well. Sending more missionaries. Maybe I should have gone Exodus. This probably would have been hell. I mean, monumentality is helping me. Oh, I can't even spread it to this city either. More missionaries needed. Come on. So take this crusading seriously. There's stirrups at any rate. Perfect. 7 turns away from Janissaries. Oh, yes. They're so good. One niter connected up though. We'll get the second very, very soon. Goodbye, Barb Camp. 3 score. Yeah, Sanguine Pact. That would be a fun Ottoman game, to be fair. Not today. We had to go Hermetic. I just had a craving for it. Can't explain it. It was just there. Was it the best choice for me? Absolutely not. But was it the most fun choice? You better believe it. Oh, and the first merchant that gives a governor. Right, now these are the ones we really, really want to keep an eye out for. There's only a couple. Her and Adam Smith. Along with Casa, which I believe I want to try and unlock after we've got the Janissary. But there are so many upgrades in this mod, you just need all the governor titles you can get. Otherwise, you just feel like you're leaving them. We don't want to do that. We want everything. Every bonus we can get. Okay, my siege of these 2 cities is, well, it's not really a siege. It's very ineffective at the moment, but I'm just cycling units in and out in the hope that at some point something is going to stick. What that thing is, if it's going to stick, I don't know. But something eventually will. That's the best way of getting Irene. I've got a lot of merchant points coming in now. I've got 1 commercial hub and a market, and my alchemical societies are giving me merchant points as well. So there's a lot of good stuff. Maybe save the gold up for her, the faith, run a couple of projects. There are options. We've got options. Actually, I'll run 2 projects and then I'll go to the alchemical society. Hopefully that'll just boost it, but I can always throw a little bit of faith in just to make sure that we do claim her. Hungary, as long as you stay the right side of the Danube, I'm not going to complain. You can be an ally. You can be my friend in all of these wars. Go on. You know you want to. No, my trebuchet was just dismantled by about 700 other trebuchet shots. Oh, that's slightly depressing, but never mind. Can I at least spread the crusade? I could spread the crusade, which will help a lot, because then I can upgrade my trebuchet with crew weapons, which gives it +7 when defending. So it's now got an effective +17 change. That's not bad. Moved another trebuchet in as well. Hopefully, at some point soon, AI is not going to know which direction to look, and then we'll strike. We're just confusing them with options. Options everywhere. It is amazing, ever since I built these 2 cities, how in sync they've been. I think they finished the Holy Site on the same turn, and now they finished the Shrine on the same turn. What's going on? My Warlord's Throne is about to expire though, which I don't like. We've absolutely got a stable front line with Macedon. I'm fighting in their lands, I've got Crusade. It's okay. I just can't push. Yet. We're going to go from 45 strength melee troops to 60. Oh, did my trebuchet survive? It actually did survive there. That is incredible. It's a good amount of experience you're getting, but I don't trust that you're going to live. So let's pull you back quickly. And okay, that trebuchet does a lot of damage to Pella. Suddenly, we're doing good damage to them. Interesting. When it looks like you're going to lose a settler, just settle it. It's quite a nice city, actually. What is going on over here? Player 37, Baltimore. They haven't appeared in any of the stats or overall trackers or anything like that. Who is this? Oh, it's a city-state. I think a city-state tried to spawn and it just hasn't done it. This is just an unrecognized player. That's so strange. Or is that the letter? No, the letter's down here. I don't know what's going on there. Sometimes when you play with mods, you find some strange results like that and you just have to smile and go, of course, I'm sure it was totally deliberate. Medieval fairs, Barbary, Corsair, yes. Burst of Rhine is just building itself an industrial zone quickly, and then in 6 turns we'll have one of our unique boats, and it will be glorious. Glorious, I say. Actually, if we wait a turn on the general, I'll get 2 melee troops and they'll be Janissaries. I don't think they'll take population from my capital. I don't think, but you never know. I think it's better than going urban boom. Yeah, no, we've done that recently. Let's go general. Let's do something slightly different, because we could get religious units for 15% cheaper, but I don't need that. Patron saints? Again, quite useful. Don't need it. Let's go general, but I'm going to wait until we get gunpowder. Then I'll take that. Synergize this as much as we can. Gunpowder, my unique unit. Okay, this thing rules. It's so quick to build. 120 production. I can actually build this in half the time of a night. It's incredible. However, it's also cheap to upgrade. 170 gold to take a warrior through. It's because it's based on the cost of the actual unit in production, and because it's worth almost nothing, it's so cheap. Bam. There's my first one. It's an injured unit just behind the front line, and now it also has a promotion, so it can make its way to the front line even quicker than before. Now, these are levied units. I don't need to focus on upgrading my levied units. I'll upgrade my ones first, but nice high priority units with promotions. We've got some good combos here. This is looking good. And let's get the general. I had 13 pop. I still have 13 pop. Good. I was really worried that was going to be a thing. Burst of Rhine is going to keep producing units for some time, so I'm going to give it the warrior, or general, I should say. 3 turns on that one. And my next promotion, all military units gain 3 combat strength. Deity bonus is +4. If we can do anything that kind of stops that from being a factor, it's got to be a good thing. Oh yeah, lots and lots of units now. Still spreading my religion as well. Excellent. This city, oh yeah, Crusade and Saraska. Let's start just bashing the walls down with single man-at-arms. Don't even need a Janissary in that city. And as discussed, there's a merchant. We're just getting one. I don't need any more merchants, just anything that gives me a governor. We're just sniping them as quick as we can. France with 10 cities. Wow, expanding into Europe pretty nicely. Do you have anything for me? I want to make friends with France. France is so far away from anything that I probably am going to end up conquering. But I feel like we could have a good, friendly relation while I, betray the rest of the world. Oh yeah, I'm going to accept friendship. Look at that. They just love it. Oh, I'm so persuasive and charming. Maybe they'll buy my iron and my horses. To celebrate a friendship, I will give you horses. Actually, no, Scythia wants iron. It's always slightly worrying when that happens. We'll gloss over that. We don't need an iron or horses at all anymore. Niter is 100% the ingredient that will make our units. Oh, look at that. Course up. 5 turns. Oh, it's going to be so good. Let's have Commando and Commando. 3 movement. Look at these. They're so strong. Oh, I'm going to have to hold it off. Hold off getting too excited, but I reckon we may have just turned the tide of this battle considerably. 50% flanking bonus for all my units? I would turn it to a +3 rather than a +2 to be flanking. It's not bad, to be fair. I'm wondering where if Defender is worth getting. Look at this, 20% production towards land military units. Oh, and military engineers gain an extra charge. Now that in itself is quite fun. But the thing is, 20% production on Janissaries for the rest of the game? Really? I can't really complain about that. That's very powerful. I think that we're going to have to do what we said we were going to do. Let's get the Spy Master, bam, and send you immediately. Actually, no, but the actual Spy Master itself can go into my capital. Nope. Why did I not show the picture there? Ugh. picture's so like dimly faded. Fine, we'll put the Spy Master instead into Bursa. And the actual spy, make your way over to Macedon, where there's this city. We're not going to get to that in 7 turns. It'll give me +3 combat strength. I can't believe I just switched out of my capital there. Oh no, hang on. It hasn't actually gone down at all. Because I put it back in the same turn. It forgave me. Oh, I didn't know it had. That did that actually. That's quite nice. Thought I'd lost a turn on waiting for my beautiful +3 combat strength to come through, but no, we're all good. Oh, my trebuchet just about survived that. That was brutal. So many attacks in on that. Don't worry, the cavalry is on the way. The cavalry, well, not the cavalry, the cavalry with legs and guns. Oh, that's difficult. The thing I don't like about trebuchets is just how hard they are to kill. They're not very good. They just refuse to die. That's the main problem. Can we get back? Yeah, there we go. Look, square rigging boosted. Now we can push in. That's a unit to be scared of. That's the one I think you should worry about. Let's get shells there quickly. And we are now moving my units in. Come on, man-at-arms. Just survive one more turn. You'll probably get a promotion. It's every time we find just a casual +6 campus, you go, yes, please. Oh, just keep giving these to me one by one. Right, a military alliance is available now. Do I have a joint war with anybody? I do with Gorga. Why is no one else in on this war? Come on. Literally no one will join in with my war on Macedon. That is disappointing. Okay. Well, alliances then are pretty confusing. I want my alliances to be with people that I'm never going to have to go to war with. Poland is one of them. Basically, it's like, what would you pay me for? A religious alliance. Okay, cool. Right, perfect. And then France, they want the military alliance. You're not getting that one. Sorry. You go research. Okay, Hungary, I'm not going to have to fight anytime soon. I don't want to anyway. We're going to go cultural alliance because I'm closest to them in borders. Everyone else is looking a bit suspect at the moment, so we're going to just hold off on granting any more alliances. Maybe if we find Blighty, good old England, we can get an economic alliance with them. That would be fun. Come on, get the kill. Get the kill. Oh, close. Close, but no cigar. Okay, that's fine. We're just flanking my units around now. There's only so long that you are going to survive here, especially with all the reinforcements I've got on the way. All of my units should now have +3 military strength in theory. Yeah, they do. Even the trebuchet does. That's neat. Hello, Spain. How are you? Nice to meet you again. A nice European survivor. -61. They don't like me, but here we go. Mid-game, for whatever reason, AI always just accepts friendships. We're going to do that. Excellent. But an economic alliance, 2 gold for that. We are getting European alliances that we do not have to worry about in the long run. Isn't that just the coolest Spain color though? Proper Byzantine purple. In fact, actually, they took the Byzantine purple, so Byzantium had to go for a sort of more pinky color. Or is that, no, that's Theodora's color, isn't it? So this is more the old Basil color. It's because I like going for alternate colors. You know, when you play this game enough, you like to have different colors that do different things. Red and sort of like, it's not even the Spanish yellow. It's kind of more of a creamy straw yellow, isn't it? But it's still really, really cool. I just love the bright red borders. They help. When you're on massive campaigns, making sure you have bright red troops is really good. Come on, survive, survive, survive. Oh my lord. 1 health. They did it. They survived. Oh, this is why Byzantium's been hanging in. They wanted to trigger some sort of military emergency. Right. Greece could go on this. Rome could go on this. Egypt could as well. Oh, the friendships just expired that turn. That was good timing. Look at that. Byzantium. You've got to give it up. No one is backing your cause here. Anyway, I've re-upped my friendships for now. We will go to war in the right, but I need to wait. I can't just charge in anytime I want. We have to do this in an educated and calm way. Oh, I want to build Casa in this city, and I think this is going to be the only place for me to build it, right? So save that space. Don't worry. This one time, I did remember. Oh, they've survived so well, this man-at-arms. Just a brief respite on health. The archer clears the path. The Janissary moves in and goes, 83 strength on Pella? Whoop-bam. Don't mind if I do. Oh yeah, look, there you go. There you go. There's the peace I knew that you were, able to give. Now we can have a prosperous and happy relationship. You know, that I own all of your land. You've got a settle. You've only got 1 city. Come on, Byzantium. What are you doing this game? Dear oh dear, it's like they're sandbagging. Oh dear. Salt, wound, hello. Why don't you introduce each other? Oh, I just managed to misplay one of my man-at-arms. Oh, the city, we had like 10 health, and it was like a 50-50 as to whether or not I could take the city, and I gambled, but I couldn't, and ended up losing the unit anyway. It was a really poor choice, that. But what are you going to do? 7 population, this is what I mean. You walk into the city, it's at full pop immediately, and I'm getting the 2 food from the pioneer as well, which really helps just to get the city going immediately. So we'll just start fixing everything, start bringing my army forward, and wonder to ourselves, can we replicate it here? In fact, given how I can get 2 of my Janissaries to attack Pella in a single turn, I feel like I can. Look at that. Oh, city taken. You definitely deserve an upgrade. Oh, you're going to get to 4 promotions as well. It's amazing. How many turns until my spy arrives? 3 more. Oh, that'll be handy. Barbary, Corsair, make your way over. I mean, you're going to really, really enjoy attacking Greece. I gave that naval promotion. Why did I do that? Oh, I should have given it the other promotion. Never mind. Another quadroom. Where's that city? God, I think there's a couple of failed people in. Maybe the game tried to load too many civs and I sort of clashed it or something. Who knows? Oh, you know what I did? I think I couldn't be bothered to count how many civs actually spawned in on a TSL start on this map. So I think I put like a really high number and it might have just tried to force people in. Who knows, really? Well, with that success on the battlefield, I must crown myself a king. Yes, Maritime Industries, by the way, is giving me nothing right now. It is the most pointless thing. The feudal contract, well now, I do like the sound of that. Scripture's good, natural philosophy is good, 4 combat strength is fine, that is fun, but I do want to actually get some settlers and some builders, so we'll put the serfdom card in for a bit. And diplomatic league, I'm going to pop that in because I believe Valletta is just running around right now with barely any envoys in it, so now there's 2. Oh, elite guard, yes. Oh, the promotion, it's true, it's happened. So looking behind the curtain a little bit, it's a new day, it's a new recording session, and I have a genius idea. It's Imhotep. Look at Imhotep. Oh. Also, look at the fact that we have Mausoleum still available, and a bunch of other very good wonders as well. I don't think there's a game where an Imhotep rush is not a good idea, so we're going to actually spend a little bit of gold, get Imhotep in. We'll bring you over, we'll rush Mausoleum, and there's a couple of other wonders we can get at the same time. Adana can actually get itself Mahabodhi Temple, which is very tempting. So I think what I'm going to do is get myself a builder, chop out the deer that's in this tile first, and then plonk it down. It's just a little bit of production that we can gain from nothing. And after that, the only other classical era wonder we can get is Petra, but I'm not sure that I even own Desert to do that with. So what I might do is I might use the last charge of Imhotep for the delightful Casa, which I'm now going to be working nicely as well. My empire, it's genuinely moving in the right direction pretty nicely here. I'm enjoying this, it's good. Grand Vizier is moving over to Pella because, look at that range from here. Oh, that should take out pretty much the entirety of the rest of Macedon. Lovely. I wonder what's in this direction. Oh, another city and even a settler. That's a lot of fun. I could start doing damage, but I think we'll try and convert the city first. It's going to convert in 11 turns anyway. It's ready to go. It wants to flip. You have to respect that, you know? You really, really do. Niter really at the moment is my limiting factor. I need to get more of that, but there is some that we can get in Pella, so that'll be my 3rd source of it. I mean, 6 per turn shouldn't be too bad. That should be pretty much everything I need. It's just a shame I didn't get more than that, though. Never mind. Never mind, it's all good. Move your troops from my borders? You know what? I'm going to just ignore that because I reckon I can get a nice formal war from someone. Still keeping my friendships around. As I said, I'm moving in this direction. I don't need a huge amount more of this land, so at some point I really should think about building a second army and heading in the other direction. 26 turns left on my Gilgamesh friendship. Georgia, though, will expire pretty soon. Not much I need to fight from Georgia, and Georgia would be an absolute pain before plains. Ugh. 26 turns on Arabia. What about Egypt? Egypt might be a good next step, actually. We're going to go Greece, and then I'll bring my army down to attack Egypt. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. One of the fun things about progressing down the tech tree is once you get all the way to muskets, or Janissaries in this case, if you don't have iron or niter, you can't build melee troops. I can't just build a warrior and then upgrade it later, which is a real shame, so... Yeah, I need more niter and Pella. Still though, we're starting to do our first few pillages now with my beautiful Barbary Corsair. That in itself will be highly useful when we go to war with Greece. That's not Greece, that's Dido. Who is at war? Who could we get a nice little war with? Unfortunately, Dido has denounced me, which is a bit of a shame. Nobody wants joint war. Fine, we will denounce. I want to keep my grievances as low as possible. There is a small chance that doing that will cause other people to denounce as well, so we'll take it. We'll try it. Can we convert this turn? You better believe we can. Oh, the era score from doing that. It always makes getting a religion totally worth it, and suddenly... Okay, this is pretty powerful. That's an 81 strength attack. That's 10 from Crusade, 3 from my Governor, 10 from Urban Warfare. I haven't even got the Grand Vizier in place yet. That's the ridiculous thing. I'm actually going to leave it a turn. I don't need to attack right now. Oh, and the spy's in now as well. That's amazing. Listening post time. 1 extra level of diplomatic visibility, which means I'm now getting another +3. Oh, and we're getting printing next turn, which gives me another +3. So just wait. Oh, hello. Oh, Gorgo declared on me. A formal war on me. And it looks like Rome has joined in. A Greek-Italian alliance. The die is cast. Oh my lord, that's badass. So we are at war with the entirety of the Greek-Italian peninsula right now. And there's Germany and Gaul. Both are going to hate me unless I can get a sneaky friendship in first turn, which sometimes you can. You never know. I can make friends or an alliance with one of these people. Oh, Portugal. Portugal is the one. We want a really strong Portuguese ally, someone with a ton of gold. Portugal normally does that really well. Look, 194 coming in per turn at the moment. Gaul loves the fact that I've got so many troops. Yeah, no, Portugal would do it. That'll be really good. And this is Portugal only having met 5 people. So what we could do, there's a little bit of a funny strategy you can do with Portugal sometimes, where you gift them a city right in the middle of a load of people. They'll meet them, get the trade routes, and then we'll be richer to then trade with you. It can be quite fun. Preslav have taken their troops back. Honestly, I don't mind that. I couldn't upgrade them anyway, so now I can actually see where my troops are. It's a little bit more effective. There's printing. Okay, we have a lot more military strength against Greece now. Grand Vizier is in place. Crusade is in place. Look at that, 97 damage on that hit. Oh, that's strong. That is really, really strong. We need to just focus now on getting a lot of Niter, getting a lot more troops, and taking over this entire peninsula as soon as we can. We currently are on 15 cities. By the time this war is over, we should be on 15. +5 is 20, +5 is 25. 25 cities. I'm not really going to push into Italy unless I'm going to go to the Venice border here. The Danube is basically going to be my border. I might creep across it time to time, but I'm just going to keep pushing through the Danube up until the point I get to Buda and Venice. That's the sort of natural point I'm going to carve out here. Yeah, we're going to be busy. I'm going to renew my friendship with Georgia. There's no way I'm going to be attacking them in the next 30 turns, but let's test this. Okay, Gaul, friendship? No, unfortunately they went through, and for whatever reason the turn sort of rolled through. Ludwig will accept my friendship. Perfect. You can only do this first turn. Please do it, Portugal. Oh, Portugal are the one I wanted. Okay, never mind. The fact that I have a German ally, though, is brilliant. They've actually got a really strong army. Do you want to join in with any of my wars? You know you do. They do. They're at war with Macedon. Hello, military ally. Congratulations, Ludwig. You are the Swan King to me any day. Oh, and they've even got snuffly trufflies. Yay! Oh, we like a good German ally. I tell you what, anyone got any niter for me? If there's niter available on the map, this might be quite entertaining. No. It's very rare you can buy strategics this early in the game, but it's always worth checking. You never know. Now that I've got printing, what do I want to do? There's no point really going for military academy because line infantry, I believe, makes the Janissary obsolete. Upgrades to line infantry, yeah. So we don't want that technology. I think instead I'm going to go for banking to unlock my Grand Vizier, and I'm going to go for the Renaissance Walls, and then I'm going to industrialize. There's nothing wrong ever with industrializing. It's always good fun. Still settling out this continent though, whilst I've got the faith. It's a lot per turn, 200 per turn. Just making use of it. And my routes to Hattusa, the World Congress is only going for another 7 turns, but at the moment I'm getting probably another 14 science per turn for all these routes. Just in the meantime, it's quite handy to do these little things. Do I stand and pillage, or do I just take the city? I think, you know what, weirdly, momentum is the most important thing here, so let's just take the city. Yay, it is away from the coast. Do you see, Dido? I'm not that bad after all, am I really? Not that bad after all. Apart from the fact that your city is just there, and there's a settler as well. There's a bunch of settlers we can take over here. Definitely paying great attention to those. Speaking of, Oh, look, it's a sneaky pillage. Yay! And another sneaky pillage. And another sneaky pillage. Did you know you could kill siege equipment like that? It's quite handy, isn't it? Oh, I'm just randomly pulling people into joint wars. Gaul wants to go and fight the Romans. So, I mean, who would have guessed? Granada. That's a lot of military city-states on one map, isn't it? That is a lot. Greece suddenly has 300 fortification. They've gone Renaissance wall, everyone. Oh no. That, let me tell you, is a little bit annoying. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to flip back to oligarchic legacy for a little bit. That +4 combat strength is looking mighty useful. Feudal contract's still good. Conscription's okay, but I think raiding is going to do something for me. I should unlock the raid card. That's the only problem with that. Where is it? Military training. Whoopsie. I always forget, like, little stuff like that. And I realise as well, scientist-wise, there is a chance that we could pick up Isaac Newton, who gives 2 science for all universities. I have a lot of universities, so do I run a couple of campus research projects? Might be worth it, you know? The only problem is the game's about to do that thing. This was the first Renaissance era scientist, and this was way over. You can see we're still in the medieval era, which means that the cost for this Renaissance era great person is way too high. Like 610 versus 310 for a familiar or a similar Renaissance era writer. Same with the admiral. The artist is even smaller. So what's going to happen is as soon as this scientist is claimed, the next ones coming out will all have 310 points, which means that people will grab them really quickly. So, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to grab them, but you know what? Let's do that. Let's run a couple of projects and see if we can just rush this through. Might be quite handy. I'll do 2 projects there and then go to the workshop. I have a mod which recycles and renews city centre projects, which is really, really handy. It means you don't have to continue pressing this, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to limit how many I do by then putting a district after, because what that'll do is it'll just lock it all in and then it'll switch automatically. So I like that. Okay, Mausoleum will finish next turn. Imhotep, now you go to Mahabodhi. Oh, there are just so many governors I would like. I've got options. We could go formations for a flanking bonus on my units, which would be pretty handy. New city starting with 4 tiles extra isn't too good, but the loyalty's pretty good. An urban boom, 2 housing and 2 amenities for every city. I also should show you the continent split. This is Asia, this is not. This is Eastern Europe and then Southern Europe. So I could go down and get cities on foreign continents gain 2 food production as well as 15% faith in gold. That adds up really quickly. Cardinal means that I could buy apostles really cheaply and then put down my holy sites cheaply as well. 2 more spies and then extra production towards them. Ooh, I tell you what, that's actually not too bad. And networking for better alliance points. Keep the alliances going that I have. Educator will help me to build campuses faster, give me better eurekas. There's so much stuff I could get. Oh, I even like architect. Extra build charges, 2 production in every city. Production towards city centre buildings is huge, and we've already seen that power grids does give 2 amenities to every city because they all count as powered at all times. The domination, this is good. I think architect will come in really handy later though. I'm going to focus on just going for the different strategies we haven't done. I don't think it's the most optimum, but we're going to do this anyway. Formations, 50% flanking on all units. Just means we have a little bit more punch. There's Fez. I really want a couple of envoys in Fez and Hattusa. So I'm going to lose the growth rate and the 2 food in every city, but I'm very tempted to very briefly move the pioneer over to Ursa to send the settler. No, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather they just walked, to be honest. This is what railroads are for. This is the reason to build railroads. Oh, I tell you what I do need though. I do need some more bombards. I actually need to invent bombards. Do I know what bombards are? No, I don't. Oh, terrible. How can I be Turkish and not have a bombard? I better do those. Do cost a lot of niter, that's the only problem. It's the only way we're going to take these walls down, I feel. Only 480 gold boat for a Janissary. Oh, just the niter. It's just the niter. Everything else is fine. Okay, Portugal has denounced me. There is another way to farm money off Portugal though, and that is spies. And I was just thinking, I very rarely use spies, but this mod gives a really good combination to get them. So what I can do is I can go for Spy Master, get myself the agency, which gives me 2 more spy capacity and also increases my production on spies. And I get insiders, which means that they operate at 1 level higher for offensive missions. And then I train them in my capital, which gives them a 3 promotion when they level. That means I can send them over to Portugal at level 2 and start siphoning funds. As soon as I get to level 3 and I get to Master Spy, then I'll do a little switch and I can use them for offensive operations for visibility. There's a combo here that I quite like. Mausoleum though, the 1 science, faith and culture from all of the tiles in the Danube is really not going to give me a huge amount, so that's not something I'm looking forward to. But the engineer charge, oh, and now that's something that warms my cockles on this cold night. Means we get basically 1-3 wonder, and oh, still spreading my religion apparently. Okay, Or pick up raid. 50% on a single gold raid will give you more gold than conscription's got for like multiple turns. It is well worth having. Fairs, more science, from libraries. Oh yes, thank you very much. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennes, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous68. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!